I'm Doreen. I'm a compulsive overeater. I weigh and measure 3 meals a day. I call them into my sponsor and I don't eat anything in between. And my abstinent date is the 5th of December 2022. I came in because I'd inquired about grey sheets 2 years previous. I noted someone drinking black coffee, and everyone knew I had a weight problem. It was obvious I had a weight problem. And she said she went to Grey Sheets and she explained Grey Sheets to me. And I thought, oh, it sounds interesting, but not for me. Not quite, I tried OA and I tried OA how. OA, I went to all sitting around a table chatting away. And I thought, where's the program? Sort of someone tell me what to do, sort of, you're hiding this from me. There's got to be more than this. So I left, and OA how I just didn't get on with. So I stayed fat. And then I had a scare from the doctor. I have heart problems. And, it would improve if I lost weight. They told me it would. No, I'd done the Weight Watchers, sort of, and I found it painful, keeping off certain foods. I found it painful without a program and without 12-step and fellow people. I found it painful. And I could do 2.5 stone and then I couldn't do any more than that. So I'd pack in Weight Watchers. And I knew sort of, sort of they were making money out of me because they welcomed me back every time I went back. They were pleased to see me. I'd buy all the books, I'd buy all the magazines, I'd buy all the food, and they loved me. But then this someone I knew started attending Grey Sheets, and I saw the change in a weight. It was vanity basically for me. I saw the change in her weight. I thought, well, it does work. And she seemed happy, sort of as if, it wasn't sort of struggling with food, So after I had the warning off the doctor, I phoned her, asked her for a number. She gave me a number and I went on the London meeting. And that was the start of me going to Grey Sheets. They were very welcoming, lovely people. I identified with them, and that was me in Grey Sheets. Someone give me a list of the meetings, and that was me. But I still had in my head that I was greedy. I had a big appetite, and that's why I put on weight. And I could stop eating, or this stopping eating certain things was going to be easy, sort of, it's only food. Well, I was in for a rude awakening. I had 3 relapses, within months of each other, and I realized it wasn't easy, sort of, you have to plan, pray, protect, and I forget the other one, plan, pray, protect, prepare. Yeah, you have to be organized, sort of, it's not by luck that you get abstinent. So when I took that on board, I seem to have taken step 1 on board, that I'm allergic to certain foods. It's not that I had a big appetite and that, sort of, I didn't have an on-off button. Is that I'm sort of physically, chemically allergic to certain foods. I can't have them in any form at all, because they set off a craving, a phenomenon of craving. And a phenomenon of craving is abnormal reaction. And that's what they do for me. They set off an abnormal reaction and I've got to have more and more and more. So, I've taken on step 1, and sort of, and that's where my abstinence comes from, that's step 1, Step 2, I could see I was insane, sort of, in my relapses when when I took those foods, I had mood swings. I had terrible mood swings, you know, and I didn't know I had mood swings until that happened, you know. You know, I could see that I was insane, and I was insane by. Okay, thank you. I was insane by the fact that knowing this, I kept taking the foods. So, you know, sort of step two, I could understand, you know, and I could see I had examples of being insane. And, you know, and it doesn't have to be insane, sort of you're cutting things up and you're chucking things back. It's just the mental torture you go through, you know. And step three, handing my will and life over. Well, I have to do that every day, and sort of, and where the food's concerned and where I'm concerned, I've handed my will and life over. Someone said to me today, you know, sort of, your mood has improved. You're lighter. Yeah, you're not so down. Now, when I was eating, I was sluggish. I thought lazy, but, you know, sluggish. You know, I never did any housework. I thought housework was boring, you know, sort of life was too short. I was negative about everything, you know, sort of, and all I did was live to eat. Now I spend at least an hour and a half or 2 hours a day cleaning, getting the flat up to spec, you know, getting a place that I like to live in. I'm not so quick tempered. I'm a bit more even tempered. And I don't get up to high dough like I used to, you know, sort of everything was a drama with me, you know, sort of, you know, nibble, 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 you know, as I was having a drama, you know. Someone knocked the door, nibble, 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 you know, what did they want? What were they knocking the door for? You know, someone phoned me, why are they phoning? Why are they knocking? I was the same as I was in alcohol, but without the alcohol, you know, sort of, so, how much time have I got left?
Sorry, Doreen, you are 13 minutes, or I'm sorry, 8 minutes left.
All right, see if I can last this out. You know, so it, you know, it's only 135 or 136 days I've been abstinent for, you know, but, you know, sort of, I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it. You know, I'm enjoying life at last, you know. Someone I heard on the meetings a while back said, you know, sort of losing the weight is just secondary. And I thought, what do you mean secondary? You know, sort of losing weight, you know, from obesity or close to morbid obesity, you know, sort of, you know, losing weight would be my first priority. But I understand what they mean by, you know, it's not my first priority, you know, sort of, you know, sort of a pleasantly peaceful life, you know, sort of. I don't run around town like I used to, you know, sort of grabbing food on the go, you know, sort of stuffing it in my mouth and sort of grabbing sugary drinks and, you know, sort of things like that. I don't do that anymore. You know, I go to town when I want to go to town, but I don't run around like I used to, you know, sort of, I know when I first came to GreySheeters, you know, sort of, I said to someone, oh, there's a lot of places I used to eat. And I realized, you know, that there was practically not one place in town that I hadn't eaten, you know, on the go. I hadn't eaten. So I knew I was in for it. But, you know, sort of taking that first step, you know, sort of step 1, 2, and 3, you know. I'm on step 8 now, you know, making a list. I've made the list. Just take it on from there, you know, sort of, you know, I said when I went to the fellowship AA, you know, sort of, this is the best life I've ever known. But, you know, this has put the cherry on the top, you know, this this is quite special, you know, sort of, you know, and it's, you know, I didn't know food would do that to me, you know, sort of, you know, should come with a health warning, you know, I never knew food would do that, you know, and sort of putting down the food, you know,
5 minutes left.
I'm going to have to stop there. I've got nothing else to share, but, you know, it's not to be missed. If you've got a weight problem, if you've got a food problem, you're in the right place. And this is the easier, softer way. I'll leave it there.